Guys, so as you can probably tell, it's pretty early in the morning. Why do you just start crying whenever I start filming? I'm still, like, sick, so I think I'm going to call his doctor after this video to try to get him in with his doctor tomorrow. I think that's the goal. This is going to be a little bit of a gossip and get ready with me because we are going to gossip. You didn't know, James, like, there's a lot I want to talk about. So James Charles released his brand last Monday. I'm filming this on Monday. And apparently it did really well. I really am curious to hear what you guys think about James Charles' brand doing well. Now, I don't wish ill will on another person, but I have made it no secret that I am no fan of James Charles. I do not support anybody that has inappropriate contact with children. I just think that you are not only destroying said child's future, but I think that it comes with a lot of calamity for the child, honestly. Not to mention, they are also fans of his, which is just sick on a whole other level, to be honest. A little biased, considering the fact that I pre-notionally do not like James Charles. But I'm also the mom to 2 boys, so I'm kind of like, how would I feel as a mother if it was my sons were one of the victims. And Kevin James Bennett made a really, really good point on his Instagram page when he posted about this, that he thinks the families were probably contacted by James Charles's attorneys and made to believe that there would be a lot of social media backlash. And I actually believe him on that. I think that definitely probably happened. And it probably would have happened, but again, I'm putting myself in the position of I am a parent. And I'm telling you, nothing will ever stop me from protecting my children. How Painted sold out. And I don't like the fact that after Painted sold out, like the parts of it that did sell out, but I think that 2 of his paints sold out. I don't like the fact that he went online and started twerking. Like, I feel like over-sexuality is a problem, and I've always felt that James Charles was overly sexual. I've always felt that way. I've never been his fan. That's just me personally, though. Like, I'm not knocking you if you support him. I'm not knocking you, but I do think that people should reevaluate themselves on who they are supporting. To be completely honest, I saw he was releasing the face paints, and I think it's kind of a good idea for him to release them now, because let's be honest, Halloween is coming soon, and you're going to use face paints Halloween. So I think that his release date was a little meticulously planned. So I will put that out there. And I do think he did some shady, influencer things where he probably just ordered a little bit so it looked like he would sell out. Shade match, I'm not even gonna lie. Looks pretty good. But anyways, yeah, I want to know what y'all think about the Painted situation. Do you support James Charles? I would definitely be interested in trying out the brushes if I needed some, and the sponge if I needed one. But the face paints are just a no for me because I know it's not something I would use. I also know personally I would more than likely reach for a Danessa Myricks or a P. Louise over a face paint like that. what you guys have to think on the situation. I can tell you right now, I am not supporting Painted anytime soon. The thing I wanted to talk about for our gossip and get ready is Jaclyn Hill closing down her brands. Who else is intrigued by this? So I have quite a lot of thoughts. I actually have purchased from Jaclyn Cosmetics, and I do think that some of her products actually are pretty good. And I think I'm going to purchase again from Jaclyn Cosmetics just because I think that Jaclyn Cosmetics is on its last legs and more than likely going to be gone sooner than later. So I kind of want to get a couple more products and test out some stuff. Those liquid blushes and the lip oils are extremely intriguing to me because Paige Corin really likes them, and I like a lot of stuff that Paige Corin likes, so I'm intrigued by that. But I'm sure everybody who's watching this has probably seen her I'm closing my brands video down, and I've seen quite a lot. I've also, like, in case you're curious, like, I really suggest watching Jen Love's reviews video on it. But I feel there's a lot of sneaky business going on in this whole situation. I've heard a lot because I've just been super intrigued by everything. I've never really been a Jaclyn Hill fan. Like, I'm not subscribed to her, and I don't watch every single one of her videos or buy everything that she tells me. But back in the day when I was into makeup, like 2015, I did watch her hauls. I will admit that. And I dreamed of getting the Becca Champagne Pop because everybody was raving about it. I never got it. I believe Smashbox actually has it now. And I would be open to trying it since I can afford those brands now. And back in the day, I couldn't. But I guess, like, we all know with Forma applying for bankruptcy, filing bankruptcy, like, we know a lot more about the Jaclyn Cosmetics brand. What I used in my brows, August brow routine. So I have seen so much on the whole bankruptcy thing, and I know Jaclyn. Ooh, wow, not a highlighting shade. Wow, but it's a good thing I don't have that many videos to film today because I'm not planning to wear this look out. Which is a good thing because I messed it up. Alright, so we all know Jaclyn never owned Jaclyn Cosmetics. She was just a collaborator. And we also know that the new owners of Forma brands are saying that the Jaclyn Cosmetics' line is not their priority and they are more focused on Morphe, which I think is a good idea. I really think that that would be a good idea for Forma brands. Because, I mean, I'm using a Morphe palette right now. It's the 3502 palette that I'm using today. So, like, Morphe can be good. They just have to play their cards right. Morphe was up there with brands like ColourPop, where they were inexpensive and they were good. And I think that they can reach that again. They just have to play their cards right. But we all know Jaclyn probably got a lot of money for the Jaclyn, just for the Jaclyn Hill name. We all know that. And they said, the new owners of Forma have said that Jaclyn Cosmetics is not their priority, which is hilarious if you ask me. So, it makes me wonder if in the renegotiation of her contract, she's not only getting less money, but maybe she cannot have any affiliation with other brands. got me wondering if maybe Jaclyn can't have any affiliation with other brands, including her own, because of Jaclyn Cosmetics. Maybe that is in her new contract. I don't think that it makes sense for her to close the other brands down, other than that, because I do think that the brands were relatively successful, relatively profitable, actually. I feel like they probably were. I mean, it's Jaclyn Cosmetic, or it's Jaclyn Hill. She has an army of yes men in her fans alone, and they'll buy whatever Jaclyn says for them to buy. Cozy, I don't think was as profitable as what it could have been had the Kaylin situation really not happened, and I do have a lot to say on that. I think Jaclyn did know about Cozy. I think that Jaclyn just decided, well, you didn't trademark it, so screw you, basically. And I think Jaclyn thought she would capitalize on a brand that was already successful and just basically come in and take it. Because that brand was successful, she wanted it for herself. And it didn't end up working out. So Cozy closing down does make sense to me. So let me know what you guys think. And I actually do believe Jaclyn Cosmetics is going to close down a lot sooner than later. So I'm kind of like, I need to do like a one more Jaclyn Cosmetics order to get the lip oils and the blushes and probably cut the L, basically. Just to hear what you guys have to say on the situation, just because I think it's intriguing. I think that it is extremely intriguing, and I think Jaclyn is getting exactly what she deserves with the Cozy situation and having to close down her brands. But I do think Jaclyn Roxanne was still relatively popular because people like jewelry, although I think it's kind of crappy that it was like Alibaba jewelry that's like a couple bucks that she's selling for like a giant markup price. And the Lana jewelry thing, don't even get me started on that. Get ready with me and gossip. I see, buddy. All right, hope you guys enjoy. I'm gonna go be with my kids. Bye, y'all.